Good morning. It is 10:12 a.m. on Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I sort of just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I've been up for a little bit just poking around on the internet instead of recording this video for reasons that are unclear. Sure did enjoy sleeping in, though. To anyone who is concerned, yes, the rest of my day yesterday went considerably better than the morning. That's just how it goes sometimes. It was really not a lasting mood. It was really just a matter of discovering that I'd messed up the video and feeling like I had to record it right away. So just capturing that first blush, that initial wave of annoyance. So I didn't really carry with me for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm okay. Thank you though. So yesterday I did watch The Mitchells versus the Machines, and it's pretty good. If that sounds a little bit like faint praise, I think it's because I spent part of the movie feeling a little bit frustrated with it. I really don't think it's the movie's fault, but rather just I was carrying into it some kind of an expectation that was just a little different than from what it was doing. Like, I think for some reason, because it's not about superheroes, I somehow felt like there was a part of me that felt like it should be a bit more grounded, and it's just not. But it's the way it's not grounded is in a very common cartoony family movie way. It's really not the movie's fault, and so I kind of spent the movie, I think, I brought kind of the wrong expectation to it. And that's actually something that I think so often can disrupt your enjoyment of watching movies, is trying to bring any kind of a specific expectation into it. And yeah, so in this case, I think it's very good, but I kind of maybe was just expecting it to be something else, and that kind of limited my enjoyment of it for a little bit. But I will say that some of the family issues in it are, sort of pretty tropey and cliche in terms of the primary conflict is between the daughter who's just about to go off to college and her dad, and they just don't understand each other, and they feel like they're the one that's always having to do what the other wants, and they don't understand each other. They can't quite communicate, and it's the sort of thing where the dad is always trying crazy hard to fix it, but he's not doing the right things, because it's one thing to try really hard to fix a problem with a relationship, but you have to try to approach the problem from what does the other person actually want, not just what do you think they should want. That sort of thing. But what I will say is that I feel like as those things actually, crest into like the lowest point and then get redeemed towards the end, in a predictable way, right? Like, I mean, you can see coming what those beats are going to be emotionally. But I will say it was a very satisfying resolution for all of that. And the movie is pretty funny. But I think, like I was talking about with expectation, for some reason, I think perhaps maybe, like Into the Spider-Verse is often very funny, but it's in the heightened superhero reality, but from there, it's a relatively grounded story, right? Like, it takes the position of like universe where Spider-Man and supervillains and so on exist, like in a comic book. Sure. From there, grounded. As opposed to this one, which is just a little bit more sillier and heightened to begin with. Which, again, is fine. It was really just, I think, me coming at it wrong. I'm probably going to rewatch it. It has a lot of really great action in it, frequently funny, and I think, like I said, I might find that even rewatching it, like even the parts that I was more not sure what to think about it because it was just doing something different than I expected. And again, like I'm not even sure why I expected that because you watch the trailer. I think the trailer is pretty representative of what the movie is. So anyway, I will leave it there, except to just remind there's a new episode of So Many Levels Rhyme of the Frost Maiden that we played last night, and that's on YouTube. And check out my Session Zero for Ironsworn Starforged. Honestly, I'm already ready to play more of that, and it's just a question of like, am I doing it too much? I don't know, maybe not. In any case, I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.